Good morning, buenos dias, bonjour, buongiorno, annyeonghaseyo, and I should have been adding this entire time that I've been living in Hawaii, aloha, goodness. I still feel like I got hit by a truck. It's only day 2 post-infusion, and interestingly enough, these past 2 infusions, instead of getting the side effects right afterwards where I get the pounding headache, I've been getting the pounding the day after, which is completely new. I've been on Entyvio for a little over a year. I've had about a little over 6 infusions. I haven't done my numbers yet, so I'm sorry I don't have the precise amount, but it's relatively new and I don't understand why now side effects are delayed. So now it's day 2 post-infusion and I still feel very drained, tired, fatigued, exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of brain fog. I was trying to read something for my kids' class tomorrow and I had to keep reading the same sentence over and over because even though I was reading it, I still couldn't absorb it. I couldn't process it. Like, wait a minute, this leads to what? And I had to read it over again. So when I noticed that, I said, I'm not reading anything else. Brain fog is so tedious. I'm still doing good. I'm good. It's just temporary. Aside from the infusion, as you can see, I washed my hair this morning. I was actually overdue. You know that I'm doing the Hair Max comb for hair loss. And I wanted to do an update on my Telogen Effluvium situation, as well as my recently diagnosed female pattern alopecia. There's not much to tell, and honestly I didn't know when to do the update because I mentioned before I started noticing excessive shedding around October 2019 and I didn't see a dermatologist until March 30th of this year, 2020. He was the one who pointed out that it was obvious, no question about it, that I had Telogen Effluvium here on my sides and apparently somewhere on the back of my head, which I can't see. So I've just been trying to treat it with the laser comb as best I can, but I can't see it. As far as the shedding goes, which was the most frustrating and for me stomach churning thing that I was experiencing, because in the shower, as I started rinsing my hair and then squeezing it with the water out, I would pull out just chunks and really thick strands of hair that I knew wasn't normal for me. It was driving me crazy and honestly I was gagging at some points. Then my husband came home from deployment and he was the one who was doing it for me and he said, yeah, it's a bit much, but it's not bad. You know, my husband's really supportive. And I'm going to show you a picture of what I was pulling out of my hair at one time. And I was washing my hair probably every 2 days. Now my dermatologist wants me to wash my hair every other day, use the laser comb every other day. The instructions say to use 3 times a week, but he gave me the green light for every other day. Again, check with your doctors. That's only if the doctor permits it. And right now I skipped 2 days because of the infusion, and here's the total hair loss for today. This is normal hair shedding. You can lose up to 100 hairs a day, and I hadn't washed my hair in 2 days. So this is fantastic. I'm happy with this. As far as the hair growth, I can't say that I see a difference, but I do notice that it's not as, in Spanish we say pelao, so I'm trying to think in English now, bare. It's not as bare as it was before. So if I'm using my comb, I mean, it's not on right now, but if I show you this, you could see before this entire thing, like see right here, this is where it was most evident. This is the picture that the dermatologist took in the office, and you can see it's not as bare as just like, oh, the hair fell out in that area. This side was a little worse than the other one, and you can tell, like just passing the comb, you can see my scalp. And it was around, let me see if I can find it. It was around here. You can see it's still bare, but it looks like there might be some baby hairs growing there. And I don't know if I'm showing you correctly. Like, I'm trying to do my best to show you. As for the rest of my hair, you can tell there's frizziness going on, and there's some sections that have already recuperated. I'm using a nourishing oil on my hair. Then I apply an air dry cream. That one I can show you. Hang on. This is the air dry cream that I've been using. So you can see now the ends are looking better. I'm trying to fix this side, it's so rebellious, but this one's already responded fairly well. Now that the oil is in, I'm gonna go in with the air dry cream. So I'm trying to use nourishing products, things that will feed my hair, as opposed to things that are for styling. So this is all I'm really doing. And until I get my hair back to the way it used to be, I won't be using anything else other than air dry creams and things for frizziness and nourishing oils. I'm just gonna put my hair up while I do my makeup, and don't worry, I'm not gonna do it on camera. But before I do go, I wanna share with you why I'm getting so dolled up right now. If you saw yesterday's video, see, I can't hide that. If you saw yesterday's video, you know that I was yet again turned down for another job. And this one really surprised me because I aimed a little lower in comparison to what I had applied to before. So I contacted HR, I wrote them back, could you please clarify how exactly I don't meet the requirements that you're requesting? And the person who wrote me back focused a lot on my degree, because my degree was not in early childhood development, early childhood education, special education, home economics, or related field. And the person specified that related field would be secondary education. And apparently my transcript focused or showed an emphasis on foreign languages. I did not meet the requirements. It really surprised me, and I wrote back to the counselor who was helping me apply for this federal job, that with that reply, it kind of let me know, did you look over the fact that I have a master's in linguistics, which has to do with learning English and the concepts of teaching and learning a language at any age? Because you're requesting that the applicant have a minimum of a high school diploma and belong to a club, like a boys and girls club. But my degree and 6 years of teaching experience in different environments, different levels, with different age groups and different topics isn't enough. It made no sense to me. The explanation really didn't help anything. If anything, it really just made me angrier because it's ridiculous. And the counselor who helped me apply for the job also didn't agree with the explanation. We're both very dissatisfied and disappointed with the job hiring process, but that brings me to the point I'm trying to make. I'm getting all dolled up because I'm going to focus on my home business, because we're going to be moving in like 5 or 6 months. And I mentioned before that when we moved to Hawaii, I lost about 70% of my clientele from New York, where I had established my business for 3 years, and then 2 years here. I don't want that to happen again, or if it does happen, I want to be prepared for it now that we move to the mainland again. I'm going to focus my energy on something that does yield results and has been yielding the results for 5 years. So I'll see you guys later for the next thing that's coming up in the day. Before I start talking, let me just say, please don't judge the makeup. This is not my typical look. I do not do my makeup like this at all, but I was trying to copy this picture that I'm gonna include right now and post it to my Instagram. According to my husband, I did a pretty good job. Let me show you without the glasses. I'm not an expert. I am not a makeup artist. I do my best. I really try, but a lot of times I feel like it's nowhere near what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna show you the picture I put on my Instagram and you tell me. Went outside to catch some rays. I'm not supposed to get a lot of direct sunlight after an infusion. I have to wait a couple days. Hang on a sec. Now that I'm done preparing for my video, I'm gonna lock myself in my, I guess you could call it business closet. It's a bit of a mini office, but really it's a closet because that's where I have all of the stuff I sell. And do about 50 takes before I get the right video to publish, because that's how it happens. If you've ever tried to talk into your camera, you know what? I actually tell you to try it. I'm daring you to try it. Talk to your camera for a while. Something that is worth publishing, putting up in social media, putting up for other people to see, for strangers to see. See how well you can actually do it. See how articulately you can talk. See how your intonations are, if everything is crystal clear, and see how many fillers you use. Fillers as in, well, give it a shot. Let me know how it goes for you. I'm ready. All I have to do is let my hair down, turn on my ring light, which still works. It just doesn't work as a phone holder, and say the same thing 30 to 50 times. I know you probably don't think so, but with this makeup, I feel a little bit like 90s early terrible makeup chic. You know what I'm talking about, that blue eyeshadow and red lip. Even though this isn't really blue, the camera's just making it look blue. I feel like I'm back in the 90s. Enough procrastination. I have to go do this. I still have a very long to-do list for the rest of the day. Oh man, I wish I could stay with this resolution all the time, but it takes up so much storage. Anyway, I just finished recording the promo for my home business, which is why I have this kind of resolution. It's so cool. And I'm gonna take a little break. You know what? It only took 3 takes. Normally I do somewhere around 10 takes. Seriously. Our house guests should be arriving anytime soon, and my husband called me, told me that they're having a pretty long day today just because they have the 4-day weekend for 4th of July starting Thursday, so tomorrow, and they're trying to get as much done as possible, so it might be another 12 to 14 hour day for him. I don't know how these people do it. Soldiers are like robots. I think I've mentioned that before. But yes, I'm gonna take a little break, a little breather, and then I'm gonna take the video from my phone and edit it on my computer. I'm here almost done editing the video for my home business, about to upload it, well, convert it to upload it, and I look in the corner of my eye, there's something moving. I have to show you what's on my door right now. Do you see this? Oh my gosh, is this on the inside? Oh my gosh, it's on the inside. What is this? What is this? And why is it on the inside? It's definitely not a praying mantis. It's green, by the way. The camera's not capturing it, but it's green. Well, now I gotta deal with this. Okay. Sure, because I love bugs. I am clearly no good at catching bugs. I tried using this milling box with a bin, and it didn't work. It almost crawled on me, and I think it's good. I think it's fine right there on the door. I'm gonna wait for my husband to get home if my dog doesn't eat it first, and just gonna keep an eye on it so it doesn't crawl on me. But why does everybody have to be late today? See how it's down there? It almost crawled on me and then it just fell to the floor. I think it's trying to get outside, but yeah, I'm not trying that again. My doggies are just wondering what the heck happened. Get away, get away. Oh gosh. Yeah, Mommy's a coward. Mama's a coward. I know, I know, I know. Oh. Yeah, Mama. This is why, in part, I started my vlog to kind of break that stereotype of like, oh, so what do you do all day? Just stay home, watch TV, catching up on your shows, binge watching Netflix. I wanted to show you my husband on his day off before I completely turned off the camera. I should put Rihanna's song on the background. Work. Today, I woke up with a little bit of a hissy fit. I told my husband, I'm crispy. I'm very crispy. Now you know my husband has the car, so I gotta wait for him to come back. In other news, my husband is having a hoot with his new wind kite.